Hi, here I am. I just want to illustrate to you what are the paints that I have actually used. I'm not a professional painter, but as a flat owner, and to be responsible and accountable and to be cost effective, to save costs, because my application for the Goodwill Repair Assistance was rejected by the housing board, and the branch office executive said that I was not entitled to GRA because of the HIP works. There were several locations of defects, which is actually outside the master toilet, as well as the kitchen toilet, the common toilet. Okay, after waiting for about 1 year actually, HIP, my Home Improvement Program, officially started in July 2018. Alright, and the locations where the contentions of the defects were, the repair works were supposed to be at least what they call spalling concrete or ceiling leakage or structural cracks, was supposed to have been actually done, but I'm not too sure what exactly was the contention of argument, and it took them all the way to May 18 before it could be agreed to be done. After I went for a joint site meeting with the consultant and contractors, by right the HDB branch officers or office to the GM ought to be the ones to help me coordinate, but I had to go down personally to present the facts and to convince the consultants what actually happened. I don't really quite understand why I'm the exception, and I had to wait so long for basically 2 or 3 points of defects caused by ceiling leakage at their party structures. The kitchen common toilet, okay, was the ceiling leakage affected the inner ceiling of the toilet as well, the common toilet. So basically, these are the three contentious positions or locations, right? It's a pretty simple, straightforward thing as far as I can see or tell. It's a matter of whether people really want to do, whether they can agree to do it, what sort of category of cost they want to cost it to the government. But all is it I would say it's part of the home improvement works or essential works. All they have to do is just find out and determine exactly what is the cost of it. And so, okay, 1 year has passed. That's May 2019. I use 2015's paint, right? Because I was told that they could only do some spot touch-up for me, and so after doing the spot touch-up, I had to do my own. So I actually pulled out some of my last 2015's paint. This was not used, and I used it for the walls. For the ceiling, I went to the shop Nippon Paint. I'm not really promoting the brand, but I happen to use Nippon Paint mostly. And I bought this sealant, right, from the hardware shop. And then I also bought it's 1 pint, is it, or 1 kg. And I bought this as well. That's for the after painting the sealant, using the sealant, I'll use this. But subsequently, I actually returned it because I went to the nearby shop and I bought this, and I thought that it was white, and I thought that but when I opened it, it was beige, although it's called white lace, okay? So this is open, but it's unused. And so I just used the sealant, all right, to just do a one-hole coat for the kitchen as well as the master room and the toilets, and both toilets. And one can is all gone, used up. And I used this Borderlex, which was recommended by the shop, for the pipes, for the waste soil pipes, okay, which I also realized, and I confirmed that it was not changed. I'm waiting for the determination of what is the category of the description, whether is it UPVC or is it a mixture, or you know, that HDB has to confirm and give me a letter of written undertaking in case of further wear and tear, because I did another round, a touch-up, that was in May or June last year. In March this year, then I found 3 holes in the ceiling joinings of the pipes and the ceiling in the master toilet. I had it got fixed with concrete. Okay, so I then bought from the nearby shop downstairs. I went to get this water-based sealant. So after mending the concrete, I used this. And then I bought this, which is the same as the other one which I returned. This is, I paid another maybe $7 more from the nearby shop as well. So I'll use this later. Look at this putty, wall putty, okay, that I bought from Home Fix. It's half used also. So I actually use this for the walls. And all the cracks and all the, you know, to patch up. It's really, it's got a terrible stench, you know. And I truly hope that the shop did mix it with the appropriate some clean water, yeah, and not unhealthy water, because it's got this real bad odor. So I use this for the, you know, for some of the smaller grout gaps. Okay, it's quite useful. And also I mix it up with this sealant. This is my second sealant, silicone sealant that I use for the AC latch to waterproof the areas and other areas where there were water seepage. And this is quite good, as well as for the around the near the entrance of the gate and other areas where there are gaps already. Okay, the home improvement program, actually there were constructions and stuff like that, and they did shake up the flat, my flat, a little bit, you know. Apart from that, there were other hack marks which I've already demonstrated to you in my other commentary, you know, and that I do not know how it happened, but it cannot be that out of natural occurrence. It's just that it's because, you know, it's 2 sides, and then it's on the walls and up on the ceiling and below the light. I've mentioned to you near the chute there were several. So just like to put this on record, and people who don't believe that I actually did my own DIY painting, you can see that I did not engage professional painters, because professional painters will not wait and monitor for you, you know. They will just do their job, paint, and that's it. They won't let it like dry. They dry it 1 hour at most, and then they'll have to paint. Any occurrences of leakage, it's an owner's cost. I'm not getting paid. I'm not giving, you know, getting a GRA, and hence I have to be quite conservative and careful and yeah, vigilant of all these, and to report as appropriate and as accurate as I can of what I've done, of the works I've done, the costs I've incurred, you know. And it's all these things that you know, I have actually bought here from the Home Fix scrappers and sandpapers, just so that I can you know, do a proper job. You know, just read, and I read it from the books, you know, and how to do, you know, how to prepare the groundwork and all these things. These are just on my own, and I suffered a lot, you know, last year until I had to check into the critic part, you know, because I was quite sick after that, you know, after painting, running up and down. This was the sandpaper that I bought, and this is the scraper. Yeah, and all this is to dust, and also my small brush I had to use this, you know, I don't have, and I bought a leather, you know, yeah, and this is as much as I can help myself and you know, to do what I can. And some of these things, like I have to fix all my broken hinges. Was it the broken hinges? No, this is the for the plumbing. Yeah, the other broken hinges, that's why I had which is actually for my cabinet. Yeah, that's another one. So I just like to put this all on record, and as to the extent of work that I have done. And this would be the I'll do the painting for the toilet, for the pipes later. I think, you know, maybe a couple of weeks next week or a couple of weeks later. I'll probably use another sealant coat. Yeah. So I think I've captured all these for the time being, right?